Hello everyone, welcome to fourth WordPress tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll learn a few stuffs about the users, how to manage the user, how to add new user to account, how to manage the profile of the user. Okay, for this task, you just need to use the user that is just below the plugin in your WordPress theme. Uh, for first doing this purpose, first you need to understand what is the useful of the user. Okay, in which case you need to use the user. Let me give one example for it. For example, you are using multiple multi-author WordPress blog that there are 3 different authors. You are the admin. Suppose you are the admin, and other 2 person are just one is editor and one is just author. You don't want to access the author to the admin privilege. Like you don't want him to control the theme option and other plugin related options. And for the editor, for this purpose, you need to add the user and give them a specific privilege. For example, you can see here, for example, if I click the user here, you will get different user that are in this network. Okay, I just created because I'm just using in localhost. So this is just for the assumption. And here are different user, and here you can see the different roles of this user. Someone is subscriber, someone is administrator. Okay, there is no other user like different than a subscriber. And now you can see here how many posts have written so far. This here you can see the post, and you can just see names and email here if it is. Okay, now if you want to add a new user, then you can just click on add new and just give the username, password. Okay, read all the information on the website here. If you had password, and you can just choose the role. Okay, there's no other big stuff that you need to do. You can just do that and add new user. And after this stuff, you can just go to, for example, your blog is localhost. I'm just install it in Wordpress. Okay, press directory. Now you have to do this like /login. Okay, sorry, .php. I just miss it. Okay, you need to hit this if you want to log in as a user. Okay, and the user can log in separately from the username and the password. Okay, and for example, if the user already signed and he want to manage his profile, he can just choose here. Okay, I'll talk about this role later. Okay, just at the last of this tutorial. Okay, like visual editor, what you want to disable that, or a different admin color, what you want. Keywords are cardinal if you want. Username, first name, password is no. First name and last name, you can just name it if you want. You can also add biography of the user, the website of it, Yahoo, Google, Tug, etc. Username and password if you want to change it, new username and new password. Okay, these are the few stuffs that you can generally do from the profile. The profile is useful when you want to change certain information of your blog. So what do you want to change? For example, if you have enable the guest post in a blog, then somebody wants to write about him and want to display in a website, then he might use this function at the bottom of this of your theme after the post. Then the information might show. I've used the same stuffs in the blog. If you leave it just blank, nothing will be so up. Example, the information about him. Okay, now let's talk. I think we can do this. This is a simple task. Okay, let me talk here about the different role. That's about this role. There's a different role. What is administrator, editor, author, contributor? Okay, you can just find this information in the WordPress. Okay, now documentation. You can just see in WordPress.org. Okay, we have just let's skip this super admin because we don't want to use as a network block. Okay, now we have simply, I just assume that you have just simply have one block. Okay, now let's go to the admin. Okay, generally we know it as admin. Okay, so you can, if you want to access everything, like you want to access themes, all the stuffs, like for example, you want to control all over of your website, example including themes, bloggings, settings, all stuffs, then admin might be the good one. because he can access all the information of a blog. Okay, an editor, what is the role of the editor? For example, if somebody you just assign somebody as an editor, then he can have privilege to manage all posts, not only his posts, all the author posts, and as well as post. Okay, beyond that he don't have access over themes and other stuffs. Okay, and the author can only publish and manage his own posts. For example, he can manage other two posts that I have given example. For example, the other person, author can only manage this. He can do other two persons post and page. He can touch it. Other two post and page will not appear in his dashboard. Okay, and contributor, what is the role? He can write the post but cannot publish it. For example, if somebody is just a beginner and you don't want him to publish the post, you just want him to write and check yourself, or check editor, or you assign editor to check it, and whether it's, if it is good, then you want to publish it, then you can add him as a contributor. Subscriber is just, he can just only manage profile, he can't do anything. Okay, so these are the few stuffs about different roles about the WordPress user. If you are using the multiple author blog, then this might be the useful. There are different plugins that you can just assign two other different stuffs to the user, like you can enable the user to use his own asset account. I will tell all these stuffs about I'll tell this all these stuffs later in our video section. I hope you learn the different between its roles that's access over different user. Okay, that's and I assume that you learn all the stuffs about the user. It's simple, there's no big complicated stuffs. Thank you for watching this tutorial.